I knew that I would not.
Tony Mayo here of Empower First. I want to talk to you today about some things that will help increase your personal creativity, and that's really important. I mean, in business, the more creative you are, the more options you have, especially in difficult times. In life, the more creative you are, as far as I'm concerned, the more fun you have. So there's two tricks I'm going to give you: decontextualization and deconstruction. Horrible words. I'll tell you what they mean. It's really just taking labels off. I'll give you an example here. This is an empty deodorant tin. So in context, what we can say is, yeah, it's rubbish. This is something that's going to go in the recycling. In construction, I've just said it. It's an empty deodorant tin. But what if we alter that around? With about 15 minutes and a few simple tools, we can make that into one of these. This is a camping stove. It's quite an efficient one. You might not need one, but the guy who designed this used both those techniques. He took away the rubbish label. He said, no, this is a raw material. This is something I can use. And then he took away the deodorant tin label, and he said, no, it's a spun aluminium pressure vessel. It's about this shape. In other words, he looked at it slightly differently. Take the labels off things and you can change almost anything in your life. What about the office, for example? Of course, the office is still pretty solid, but you can apply these tricks to any concept you like. What about your target market, your product, success, enough, happiness, any of those? And we've got two big advantages. The first is, ever since we really did live in caves, we have been adapting, and our internal processing hasn't changed significantly since then. We are adaptive creatures. Much more recently, we've all been children. Now, children see things for the first time, and when they do, they've got to decide what they are. The problem is we've been given the habit of believing that things are what it says on the label. And we've got some bad labels. We've got labels like impossible. We've got labels like can't. We've got labels like that's for other people. We can change those labels. Those labels are just contexts that we can still remove. Okay, I'm going to take a tea break now, and I'll see you in the next office. Beautiful, isn't it? If only I actually had an office that looked like this. But actually I do, because making this film is work. So today, folks, this is my office. And this is where we get to by decontextualizing. Because we all have that big if only thing. If only I had more money, if only I had this, if only I could do that. If only sounds like an impossibility, and that's the message you're giving yourself. So let's take an easy step. Let's go from if only, take it out of the impossibility context, to what if? What if I could work in an environment like this? What if I was a millionaire? Whatever it is that you want. What if sounds a bit more possible, but let's take another step. Let's go now on to how do I? How do I get that? Now that's just a problem. We all solve problems every day. That's what mankind does. So we have gone from the context of impossible to the context of a problem that needs solving. And the thing is, the second you make that switch, your unconscious mind starts working on that problem behind the scenes. Doesn't matter what you're doing, you may be asleep, you may be doing your everyday job, but your unconscious mind is working on, oh, I know he wants this, that's a problem I've got to solve. And it will. It will come up with answers. You might ignore them, or you might follow them and just happen to make your dreams come true. This is how it works. So give yourself 10, 15 minutes a day to daydream. Take things out of the context of impossible, into the context of how do I do it, and have fun. Okay, that's the last take. It's a great cup of tea.